This week in 3306 for Elite Dangerous, a new community goal gets underway for Prince Harold Duval of the Imperial Empire. Frontier commit to a new screenshot competition called Stellar Screenshots, and there's a tiny little bit of info about the next dev diary. A new community goal is now underway. This one is for a funeral ceremony for Prince Harold Duval of the Empire. The community goal itself requires delivery of commodities to the Bile Star system. The commodities being requested are rare, so it may take a little while to get these actually delivered there. Among the rare items are Lavian brandy and Comitra cigars, as well as a few other things. Alongside the usual financial rewards for being involved in the community goal, players will also receive the Achenar permit, which allows players access to the Empire's capital star system of Achenar. The community goal begins today, and this marks the second community goal since they returned very recently. Now, of particular interest to me with this CG is the system permit into Achenar, something not everyone will get. It basically means that after this community goal, everyone will have access to the permit in the star system. With what's going on around the Empire, this seems like a potential bit of foreshadowing. Maybe some type of event is going to go on inside that capital star system. After all, it's pretty much a target at the moment, so if that is to happen, it would seem very wise to make sure all players could get in there. A bit of speculation, of course, on my part, but let's see how it goes. Frontier have recently launched a new screenshot competition, or more accurately, they have slightly reinvented their Stellar Screenshots concept, which have existed on social platforms and the forums for quite a long while now. The new change means that each week 5 screenshot submissions are showcased by Frontier, and these can win a special exclusive paint job, which you can see on the screen right now, and this paint job cannot be obtained anywhere else. For more details on these, do check out the links in the video description. Galnet continues to be updated with new pieces of information. The latest update includes news on the new star pools, 10 in fact, that are going to be constructed thanks to the completion of the previous community goal. There's also a tribute there to Harold Duval, which ties into this week's community goal. Now, some will no doubt see these as fluff pieces, but they do tie into current in-game events as the recent community goal, such as the recent community goal and the attacked space stations. Now, hopefully as the story starts to progress, we will get to see more dramatic stories and indeed see things heating up around the Empire, which looks to be a thing right now. And just as I speculated a moment ago, I'm fully expecting to see something happening within that area in the not too distant future. Despite nerfs, mining still remains a good way of making money, especially for those who have been playing the game for a long while. That said, it's also a decent way of making money by those who are new to the game. The only trouble is knowing what makes for a good ship build. Well, Elite Dangerous YouTuber To Earth Astonomy has you covered with this. His recent video highlights one of the best builds for a new budding miner. If you want to check that out, you know where to find the link. The first dev diary released over a month ago, and in a very recent livestream, Frontier have confirmed that the second dev diary is currently in progress. Unfortunately, there's no details on what this will contain or when it will release, so the information here is that just giving a heads up that the dev diary is being worked on, so I would hope it's not too far away. I'm also interested in seeing if this one will be more of a technical deep dive into what players can expect from Odyssey, as I felt the first one was far too heavy PR focused. At any rate, at this pace we are going to be at the end of September very soon, so an October release for the dev diary seems very likely. If so, it seems reasonable to assume that dev diaries might be releasing every 6 weeks to 2 months. But I guess we'll have to see, and as a reminder, Odyssey is planned for release in the first quarter of 2021. On a very bittersweet note, Frontier recently added a new memorial into the game. This was in remembrance of a forum user, Jello Wiggle's daughter, who sadly passed away due to cancer earlier in the year. It really is a heart-rending thing to discuss and even think about, so my sympathies really do go out to the family and the loved ones of those affected. The memorial is a very nice touch by Frontier, and I'm sure it's very much appreciated. That then brings us to an end of this episode of 3306. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.